not. Well, how about the incredible fire pits that they seem to create effortlessly? Going back to the statement made to us by Primitive Technology, he seemed to imply that maybe the fire making in their videos was fake. It's hardly surprising that he brought this up, as when you compare his meticulous method of creating fire in the wild to the fire making of these Southeast Asian primitive channels, as mentioned previously, it becomes comical.
I think that, so I always assumed that, the digging, my understanding of this, and I might not really know what I'm talking about here, is my dad was in Vietnam, right? And the soil in Vietnam is way different than the soil here in Austin, Texas. I'm telling you, you're going to go, you go this deep in the dirt, and you're going to hit a rock. And then after you get under that rock, there's another rock. Guess what's under that? That's right. A fucking rock. It's all rocks. So I would have easily guessed the being able to dig down and there not being rocks. I always attributed this to just a different culture and a different climate. Because it's a different environment. So it's rocks all the way down until you get to Hillary Clinton's face in the middle of the oceans.
They slap a couple of rocks together before beginning an explosive fire on large logs with no kindling whatsoever. John went on to say,
don't they have those rocks that you can buy and you just hit them together? Don't you just buy that shit at Cabela's or some shit?
That if they're faked simpler things, they're most certainly faking more complicated ones, which turns out to be true, as when looking at another video by Primitive Technology Idea, it becomes obvious that not only are these guys faking simple things such as fire, these guys are also faking the most labor-intensive exercise of all, the digging process itself.
Of course they are. And the thing is,
with over 6,
I would never, if they said, listen, bro, we're not going to dig this whole shit out, this would take too long. And I think it's rational. To say okay, well, yeah, of course they're not going to dig the whole thing out, because if they did that, then it would take forever, and it could be damaged by rain, and it could just be fucked up.
Hey, go to my YouTube channel and see if I'm streaming the game.
It's not effective if they don't. You can have a bunch of people doing something. I mean, it's like the pyramids, right? Again,
you can see it? Can you hear me?
It's the disingenuousness of it.
You can hear me?
SEO and get credited what that guy did by his channel. That's really what it is.
No ass, man.
That in itself.
Thing that sucks though is I need to, if I'm gonna start doing this like I want to, I gotta figure out how to make my chat visible to me when I'm in game like other people do. No, it shows right up on the screen. Well, I got an extra monitor. It's right there. You're using it.
No.
What do you mean? Oh, the one I saw the other day?
Yeah, that's just a chat monitor.
No, it's a regular monitor, but I mean, it's small. I'm sure that the one that's I have right there on the ground could be used as a chat monitor. It's not too big. It could be used for other things as well. I just don't know how I would share both. Yeah, I gotta look into it a little bit more. All right. What are we gonna watch in the background? Well, I am streaming my game. I'm just doing it to do it. Now you're gonna shut your mouth. What do you mean? I've already been kicking the shit out of Doom the Dark Ages way before you even thought about doing it. True that, boy. What, you don't like my my thumbnail? I think it's great. Dude, I made that thumbnail in like 15 seconds. Well, you know what? I'm not a freaking rocket scientist. I'm not Elvis Presley. Oh yeah. What's it called? What was I going to say? Oh, I really want to start playing WoW again. I just don't know if I have the time or the patience for it. I mean, the last time I played it, it was hard for me to come off of it. I played it every day for days. I guess let's watch a Tozy talk shit about Jack Diggy, Doherty, or Island Boy's bitch.
And I guess getting back the attention of his ex-girlfriend. Jack Doherty just casually live streamed himself breaking into someone else's house because I guess harassing people for content doesn't cut it anymore. Oh yeah.
So Jack Doherty is really breaking into someone's house for content?
Jack's strategy is, I guess, to just outright live stream himself with felonies. However, today's video isn't just about like one stupid decision. There's a handful of stuff. So first,
I mean, who does that?
Well, Jack is now back in Florida, and on May 10th, 5 during part of the streets inside, he decided to pick a small business in the neighborhood that he used to rent. One, which is now someone else's home.
I used to walk here all the time, and I got be like, ooh, dude, this is like a refresh campus house. I've been here. I would wear all my jewelry, no security guards, the wrong hat. I don't remember half the nights. Like I looked at this house, I got shook around. Just kidding, I wasn't like alcohol. Like one night, 1 month, like that's it. Get 1 crazy month straight break, whatever. But like, no one ever touched me.
I need a new controller so bad. The fucking stick drift is just unreal. Just whatever I do, I'm never buying an Elite controller again. 2 of them breaking like that. It's just ridiculous. What is happening? Am I flying? Apparently you can fly in Doom, and it makes it look like you're walking. People are gonna think I'm hacking. I don't even know what is happening right now. Press RT to throw combo punch. Hitting enemies with combo punches will charge your finisher meter. RB once the finisher meter has charged up to use a powerful finisher. What is happening? Dude.
And I lived there for like 10 months. And they flooded on me. And then there was a crazy storm, and there was water up to here. There was water all the way up to here. And then we would walk.
Bro, what is happening? Why am I floating?
Water going all the way down the road, like miles down the road, in waist deep of water, not even knowing where we were going, because it was just insane. This whole entire neighborhood was flooded. Except that house.
sense. Absolutely not in that sense. There's camera crew, but he doesn't. Oh, yeah.
Engines online.
Established.
At this point, there's just a handful of IRL streamers having fun doing this. It's just this big game of whoever can use it the dumbest thing possible and label it content.
Oh, I'm in a big ass machine.
You.
Maybe that's why. Oh, finally I hit the ground.
I mean, you have a whole van driver and what you could think
All right, I already saw that. Oh, dude, I'm gonna fuck this thing up. There we go. What else can I destroy? Oh, feed me more.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you already did that, but it's been like 5 minutes for that game. With that quick shot, the stream was like 2 minutes. So, just a little fan. You're great to have back. We're like, oh, yeah, I jumped off that. The cool running back guy. Yeah, it was really cool back in the day. Well, that's massively absolutely not worth it in my book. It could have been done in a recap. It's not like this guy doesn't have a header. You could be like, hey, play the clip of me jumping into the pool. And just like that, you didn't have to do it all. Then you committed a penalty to, I guess. Actually, that's a question. That shot, really? Okay.
Committing felonies and hella misdemeanors. No, Atozi. The stupidity of him astounds me all the time. The guy is a fucking moron.
What is this, man? Because I guess but still, this guy will not grow up whatsoever. Apparently, he had beef back in 2021 with his old neighbor. Surprise, surprise, this guy had beef with everyone. Because apparently, nobody ever has a pleasant experience dealing with this guy.
You know, get my old neighbor that, hey, yo, you did that shit and just hop in the web. Hey? Yeah, we did. Wait, on, hey, can you go get on the phone, please? I got a TV, it's huge. Yeah, see it from all over here? You did chat. She could go have a genuine conversation with them then. Oh, he did it, man. What They're gonna see you on the ring bell. Push on the ring bell.
Conversation.
The energy relay is under attack.
Jack suggested, hey, we could use this chamber $10,000 in that. But Jack said that he would have done it back
You can't stop it now.
It's kind of cool to watch Jack do something
We
that
have to have sustained heavy
nice.
dose.
Barely old enough to legally drink. He's already talked about the thing. But I guess what is kind of ironic is for some reason after that moment of them, it was actually stopped from the case and then showing up at their house. They've just been sworn enemies since. I guess that one moment of please rating for bent over by Jack with his Audi R8 turned Jack into that kid who being
All right, bro. Yeah. Get you some, boy. You don't want none of this. I mean, does anyone really watch Jack Doherty because they enjoy his content? Or do they just watch him because they want to see the mess he is? Because I feel like, seriously, we make some of the most moronic people famous. It's unreal. Like Atozi, he made this video about that TikTok streamer, the one that acts like he's retarded Miles Morales, NPC Miles, the black guy. Well, apparently that NPC Miles guy freaking went to a Home Depot and got to the very top by climbing the freaking aisle, and he thought it was a good idea to stand up there and act like an NPC. And plus, we all know that Jack Doherty is a wannabe pimp that pimps out these young ass girls for his OnlyFans because he's a loser. But his ex is pretty fine. What was her name? Michaela? Yeah, I don't know. But she was pretty fine. But she's damaged goods because she let some fucking moron hit. It's like it don't matter how fine you are if you allow fucking idiots hit, you know? But anyway, what I was saying about that NPC Miles guy, he's having a hard time letting go that he's no longer famous, that the NPC shit just ain't what it was. Like, he thought he was gonna just last forever. And he's talking shit about Atozy, right? And he's like, Atozy has 1.5 million subs, and I only have 10K. How is that even right? And he was like, I bet more people would notice me out in public first. Like if we went to the same store and people saw us, they would notice me first. It's like, dude, really? First of all, who gives a shit? Second of all, a Tozy would be recognized for being like a decent human being, and you'd be recognized as the fucking moron that dresses up like a fictional character and acts like a fucking idiot.
Evacuate now.
Yeah, climbs the aisles in Home Depot.
He's trying to save the city. Player, there's a strip mine nearby.
I'll mark this to you.
Oh, shut up, Jack Doherty. There weren't a million cops on Rodeo Drive, boo. Dude, the delay in this game is so off sometimes. It's weird. Yeah. I gotta get used to it, I guess. My OCD is so bad. I have to run around and make sure I break all the shit. Yeah, come and get your chain back, Doty.
Tracking the flare for evac now.
Oh yeah, this dude took Jack Doherty's bitch. Yeah. Fuck that. I don't sub to any bitch on OnlyFans. Except for Belle Delphine, because she's the only one that's worth the sub. Because she's absolutely fucking perfect. But I ain't gonna pay for some girl I'm not even gonna ever see. Damn. You're annoying.
While standing right next to his house, Christina, Jack decided to donate to Lacey Street not once, but at least twice.
And look, he's even got a new bitch that looks exactly like his old bitch. And he's got the same security guard that was with him when he got jacked. It's like, why wouldn't you fucking fire homie? You know?
The transdimensional barrier is offline. Demonic activity is surging.
Yeah, gift your
The Queen
fake ass
has
subs.
requested an immediate report.
Return to the Sentinel barracks.
Dude, I mean, the secondhand embarrassment here is absolute mind-boggling. Like, imagine being so down
I did
bad
as you
with your
asked.
ex-girlfriend that you're
Now,
throwing
please,
money, not at her,
let her
but at the
soul
guy
be
she's
at
going
peace.
on dates with, all while your current girlfriend is standing right next to you. I mean, no wonder this dude is out here saying he's spending $500,000 on chains.
You see,
Clearly,
in
he
the
really
chamber,
has to
I told
compensate
you,
for something. The bar
cannot
was
forget.
set so low, but this man just kept dropping
No,
it
I can't.
further down. And this wasn't the only time he got wind from someone in his chat either, because there was another incident where kick streamer Jake Fuchsia commented on Jack's stream he had gone on an e-date with McKinley back in 2022, and Jack responded like this.
Hold up, actually, I don't know. I'll fight you my broken collarbone. You're such a, like, I know the only muscles you have are in your little fingers, bro. You're such a keyboard warrior. You, right? Man.
I mean, the guy just can't help himself. Every time someone mentions McKinley, he has to engage. Even when his current girlfriend, Christiana, not Timu McKinley as his entire chat.
Timu McKinley? Yeah, and his new bitch is Timu McKinley.
The entire community refers to her as the Timu version of your ex.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Honestly, skill issue on him for cultivating that kind of audience. But back to McKinley and Lacey. She told a story about when she was still together with him and they were robbed at gunpoint. Jack,
Am I forgetting how to do
this
something?
traumatic experience, instead of comforting her, Jack showed up, stuck a camera in her face, and started filming. That is right on brand for this guy, honestly.
Where's all the money? He had a bag. He had a mask. I'm so sorry. He literally put it to my head. I almost died. Then he came out and stole my wallet. So, like, it wasn't that bad. I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's gotta be traumatized. That was literally the most traumatizing thing ever. But at least it wasn't on camera. It was on camera. Oh. Not the robbery, but, like, after the
Dude,
fact.
I just came from here, right?
Like, my ex literally filmed it
Am I
after.
fucking stupid?
No. No. He said he wanted me to tell a story to get clips on TikTok, and I said I don't care about that. And I was like, I'm kind of like traumatized right now. You can literally find it on TikTok, but that is.
Oh,
So
wow.
if you and I work out, and if I got robbed, would you still stream first of all after?
Dude, what?
You would never be in a position to get robbed.
But honestly, this isn't like a happy ever after love story either, because, you know, clearly this was a top of the line funnel to get attention. Because it turns out while Lacey was saying, hey, he was all puffed up with this girl and going out with McKinley.
I'm locked in right now. Oh, wait, I didn't hear that. What did you say? Is it your cup? No, I'm not cupping. I'm hanging out with one girl right now.
Yeah, the one that the other dude, right?
She decided to use his image to
Dude.
promote her
I don't know
content
what the
on a
fuck I'm
web
supposed to
without
do.
his permission.
I feel
But
stupid as
Lacey
fuck.
then had to clarify that they were just friends, nothing serious ever happened between them, and he had never appeared in any of her adult content. It was all, I guess, clickbait. So not only did she potentially break his heart, but she also kind of put him in a situation where
He has a pretty good case against her if he
Oh, wow.
decides to sue her. And this is definitely not the first time McKinley has used some questionable strategies, to say the least, to promote herself. Like this clip, she has a podcast type TikTok with a friend who says this.
Who's the most famous person you've done it with? I actually only have one body, and it was Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast? Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, he's like my only body, but I never refuse now. Are you kidding me? He really unleashed the beast. Yeah, he unleashed my beast.
The bar was low, but really they have to keep on lowering it? Is this really how we're promoting our content now? Really? Well, you don't need to be a part of an intelligence agency to know that this woman is lying for her teeth here. It's actually kind of baffling that they would actually be this reckless and go through and actually post this. As I didn't make up anything, but I still got sued, and you can take it from me, getting sued sucks. But honestly, after seeing that video, they kind of deserve it. If they're lying like that, just promote their content. And of course,
How do I get over there?
Her brother was a minor heroin. So naturally, she goes for some more strap.
Would you rather have this girl or this Urus? I'm taking that Urus. Urus? Yeah. All right. Would you rather have this girl or this McLaren?
Taking the McLaren, I'm gonna take the car every time over the
All right, would
bitch.
you rather have this girl or this blue Lambo? Still? Not good enough for you? Oh my gosh.
So that video was actually made while she was dating Jack and, signed or involved in his agency. So I wouldn't even be surprised if he orchestrated that. But using a 12-year-old to promote that kind of content is absolutely unacceptable.
Dude, am I missing something here?
Before Lacey noticed. But this is apparently how Lacey responded to Jack's donations.
Jack Doherty calls Lacey broke, says he would never be able to afford what he can. That's the issue with him, is he thinks everything in the world is about money when it's not. I'd rather have less money and be a decent human being than be him and have more money. That's what y'all are saying check call for?
Dude.
You think I care what that little bitch what he says about me?
Yeah, valid response. This entire thing perfectly sums up everything wrong with Jack Doherty as a person and honestly as a content creator. Jack's only problem is he's built this entire personality around having money. So now that he's making less money, it's clearly very much eating at his ego. I feel like now that he's making less money, he's like,
damn, dude, I'm stupid. I shouldn't have taken like a week.
I promise I still have money, guys. Even though, odds are this guy's set for life, no matter what. But still, he treats
In between.
relationships like business transactions from time to time.
Yeah, because
Slayer guarding the barracks.
now I forgot how to do certain things, and it just took me like unnecessarily long to get from to jump from one side to another.
Actually take that as an opportunity. Sure. Either way, this will probably not be our last video on this guy, because I have a feeling he's gonna do some absolute dumb shit in the near future. But I'm exhausted. I've been up all night. I gotta go to sleep. So I'm gonna end the video. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe, and I'll be back most likely in tomorrow's video with way more energy because it's like 7 in the morning. I've stayed up all night to make this video. So peace. Have a good one.
Alright, what's next?
Alright, Zach says he hopes he doesn't
Weird.
lose a cousin and a best friend. Zach, what you know?
I'm just tell my cousin that his girlfriend. Why that? Because
I've been banging my cousin's girl.
Alright, how did that come about?
she called my baby mama line one day. My baby mama wasn't there, so I
Oh, sick. Skull Crusher Pulverizer. Throws shards of bone in a wide arc. It can damage several demons at once, making it effective against groups. Dude, how come it's not letting me grow? Oh, there it goes.
I know you feel like, I've been trying to get you along this whole time. I don't know. Yeah, I hope that's yeah. And so when she said she wanted you alone, I immediately said, you're the girlfriend of my cousin. I would never think of doing anything like that. Not exactly, but my relationship and yours. And she told me out. She started really old, even up loud. And she started reaching and grabbing on my crotch area and stuff like that. Right. And I think she turned off yes. And we ended up having sex. I it was wild. I was pregnant. Yeah. And I still paying, so I called. So do you want to keep seeing her? No. No. That was like a one-time thing. You're sorry it happened. It was some that shit that we didn't have to hear. Yeah. So you're here to tell your cousin the truth of what? Yeah, and have to tell him that. Oh, I tried to tell him. Yeah. I tried to tell him, and I called him up the next day. I'm like, hey, let's go smoke something. Let's turn up there. But I need to tell you something. He told me I need to tell you something too.
I'm on board. I'll establish contact. We'll reach out to him.
That she probably already told him.
Commander Zero, the demonic presence around the priest signal is getting larger.
Smoking, I'm like, I'm getting ready to tell him. And he's like, I'm going to propose. Oh, man. Now it makes it even worse. Yeah, it makes it hard for me to tell him now. Yeah. And then he also says that he wants me to be the best man. Oh. Yeah. Well, you may no longer be the best man. Yeah, right. So right now you're the other man. Yeah. Well, that's where he's outside. So we have to let's bring him in next Steve, right? Here's Steve.
Oh. Oops.
Okay. You guys got it. We're good. Yeah. I know you want me to do this, but I don't. But the leverage. You said the call, we talked, we had the plan. I know that. This is a top night. What happened? Yeah, I had sex. I picked up the phone because she wasn't there. I came over there to get her, take her home, and she tried, bro. She tried me. She was working all over the seat and stuff. She reaching all over my crotch area, bro. You know I can't. Don't play no how you what now? I don't know what you want. You need to check her. She should have been calling you in the first place. Yeah, I was there. And you're saying you don't want to be with her? No, I don't even want to. surprised that she would do something like that. I got friends, like I go to work every day. I work 10 hours a week. I work since 10 to 7. And you wouldn't think she would do something like that. I don't know. I've been with her 8 months, but I don't know. Well, like 20 hours, here's cursing. I have no clue right now. Like, what I just heard, what was that? Was I at work? Was I gone? Was I asleep? Don't call all of me.
You was at work, but you know how much I love you. You know we've been
Love
going
me?
through this for 8 You know we've been going through this for 8.5 years.
Love you?
I do love you. I really do.
Since when?
It was a mistake, you know. I was messed up. I was drunk.
If you do it to me, she'll do it to anybody, bro. So why would I marry you?
Oh,
Like I
shit.
just called him last week. Like we sat down, we talked, smoked, talked, had a good conversation. Told him that I brought your family out. I had a wet plate vacation, and actually had the food reservation. Mom and they all came out. They were going to come out. I was surprised when we sat down there. You had to change it.
You know how much my love is to you.
I'm a mommy.
You took my virginity every day. We've been going through this for years.
If she loved you,
But you know there's no, we don't text, we don't do nothing, we don't talk.
so it's just a one-time thing.
This is just a one-night stand.
With all this going on, why would I still want to marry you?
Because we've been doing life. And you know, every situation we've worked out. We can work this one out.
You like that? Down. This one right here, this is down. That's her. Okay, so you guys are cousins, and you and Markeisha are cousins. And Markeisha is your baby's mother. Right. Here's Markeisha.
Sheila.
Oh, okay, so you weren't touching on me either?
Yeah, I gotta get back at that.
Okay, what do you want to say? Baby, we gotta do like that. It was an accident. It was something that never should have happened. And I know I ain't been honest with you about our relationship, but this is something that I'm honest with you about. This would have never happened, and she would have never came on me. I would not go in there to the kitchen and have sex with her. I cheated on you in the past, but I always confessed to it. And I always did a man about it. And we worked through that, and so we can still be able to work through this too. And that's how I feel about it. And I just want to know, why would you want to step out on me?
Oh, shit.
Why would you want to step out on this relationship
Oh.
the way I think you did? You know, I'm a good father, you're a good mother, we'll have a couple, so we can't let this slide like that.
No, hell no.
Energy.
years. He was having trouble finding work. Got him a job working with me. Yeah. Doing good for a little while. And then just started messing up. And how's that? He started coming in, not shaved for work. Yeah. Not dressed properly. Smelling like marijuana. Whoa.
You don't want to go to work smelling like marijuana.
Started making it look real bad. Yeah. Well, one day I come into work and I noticed that nobody was making pizza. They're all back playing around on their phone. Well, it wasn't they playing around on their phone. There was one person playing. I tried to tell them that way my boss sees me. Chews me out. It brings me to new one. So you never saw the video that they were. I got everything about it. Okay. Is that the right video?
That's my wife.
In the shower with your wife? I don't. What's that video about? I have no idea. But that was the video that the people that the video that they were watching at my job. Yeah. Who is the guy that you got the job that you played with? Here's my friend.
You're almost outside. There's a path through the sewers nearby.
Here is Cody. Obviously, got me at a pizza shop, right? What am I doing? For the pizzas. That come up on that screen. Yeah, just so happens. For my deliveries, still hotel. And I'm knocking on the door. Your wife answered.
Kill that motherfucker.
His wife was at the hotel. And as you know, my job, you can't leave without getting the money. She said she was at that time. And also, they didn't know how to be I was wondering why nobody at the hotel. And he's at work. He didn't take my call me or nothing. Oh, no. I was on the job. How many times would I call him and check up on You don't have to explain some more, man. I don't know. So you're telling me what happened. So she didn't have to wait for people, right? And good job. When did you get it? Yeah. Think about that, bro. You know, Kobe, look. What did I go through? I don't have no guy friends. I told you you're like my brother. Because you're the only guy I thought. So why keep going through this, bro? I do love you, bro. And I ain't seen you like this. You're going mental, bro. All you ever heard, she doesn't got, bro. That you're talking about needs to be your ex-wife. 16 years, Cody. I've invested in this woman. For you to go and do this to me? Yeah, whatever's going on in their relationship doesn't really excuse you sleeping with her. And no. I feel like the worst person in the world. I can't even explain how bad I feel about that. Dude, if these people wasn't here, I'd hurt you so bad. Well, listen. I'm not the problem. Oh, let's bring her out. Here's Stephanie.
We've been together for 16 years. You stopped doing everything. You're constantly calling me. You're constantly taking me as I'm cheating on you.
I wonder why.
Well, because why? Constantly accusing somebody's going to make them do it.
Look what we went through in the past.
Like if I went out to eat, because I was a stripper and I went out to eat after work at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Really?
Thomas, Waffle House. Really? Really?
Do you see what you just did?
Well, I'm sorry. It ain't there no more. I mean, constantly. Turn off the light. I forget. It's road. On the highway. You don't even want to do nothing. Don't worry about it. Oh, you're doing this. You're doing that.
This attack on the barracks is a diversion.
Why? So I can sit at home and I can't
My father will need help. Infant. Mobilize the Slayer's dragon. Working the Slayer's hut
You
now.
don't do nothing no more.
Yeah. Try working all the time. You can't do bills to be responsible.
But you know what? You don't want me to work. You don't want me to work. You want to have to work if you let me work.
No, all I want you to do is let me back.
I do make you sandwich. Why not?
But you went to a hotel.
I did.
Why?
I was going to get away for the night, get away from everything, to treat myself. I got me back a weed, got me some porn. I went to a hotel room, had some fun because obviously I'm pretty boring at home. And I was watching a porn and there was a scene that came on about the screwdriver. And Cody has always been checking me out. Every time I go to see Danny, he's always checking me out, always trying to holler at me. I mean, you get on it, you're looking. And so I called. I called because I knew Cody was working. And I asked him to look at music and he was I knew he would go for it because he was always looking at me. So when I said, hey, come in, go to the dance, pizza, and he did. It's kind of like I forced myself to talk to him.
You just go out to the hotel and go down.
It wasn't like that. I got warning. It's not like I can call you or I can't do it on that.
How many times do you think you give me that? All these things. I got those measures on the side.
Dude, quit shooting that shit at me.
That's your girlfriend?
You're fucking annoying. Oh, oops.
I'm sorry, but this wasn't done on me. That's probably the reason my mind is so screwed up. A couple weeks ago, when that happened, remember, last month, whenever we got done having sex and you told me your ex-boyfriend's name? How do you think that makes me feel? Huh?
Well, just like I screwed up. But I'm giving you the chance to chill.
You just made me feel like. It makes me feel like so too. Like you had a thing laying there with him where you wish I was him.
It's not because of was I would be with him. I would give it to my love.
How do I know I was going to tell you that? Rekindle whatever. It was that you guys had.
Nothing to be rekindled. Like I said, if I was to be with him, I would be with him.
Damn, she called him another dude's name. You ain't doing it right, homie. She's thinking about another dude's dick. Screaming someone else's fucking name right now. La Vida Loca. Ain't staying in this house one more night. She keeps on dick. Wow.
Yeah. We're going tomorrow. Yeah. And shopping days. Yeah. You know, just spend a little time. Yeah. And we come yeah. Stop. Trying to sell the product real quick. So we stopped, doing my girl here. She's probably wondering what you're doing.
Man, their shit goes through walls. Whoa! What's wrong?
Come join. Oh my gosh. We go to the food for the Chinese for to eat. I told her I got to go to the bathroom. So I walked to the past and she followed me, you know, to the fancy restroom area. Also, man, you know, she shut the door. You know
Fucking invisible fucks.
our friend was telling her some stuff. I want to tell her the truth.
Oh, shoot.
I'm just not ready for this relationship.
Damn, I got it. Oh.
You're not ready for this relationship. I'm not ready for this relationship. Why you? I'm 12 years old. You got her pregnant. She's now facing it. Mom. What's she gonna do? I mean, I'm an elder, dude. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna turn my back on her. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna totally turn my back on her. You know, I just, let's be friends. You know what I'm saying? You haven't heard it.
Man.
What gives you a hint that it's cheating?
My friend told me that she's seen them like
Wow.
Maybe you know, I mean, we've been through a lot together. I know you sacrificed a lot for it. But I did, you know. I don't want to see it. It was one time that, but, you know, I feel like we love each other's relationship. I want us to split up. You know, just remain friends. I'll be there for you and the baby. I ain't gonna let you, you know, do this on your own. She did keep. You know, you kind of gotta put your own needs aside. But basically, you're the adult in this relationship. You took an 18-year-old girl and she's pregnant now, and now in the midst of this, you're walking away. I don't get it. I'm not walking away as far as not helping.
Why?
You know, I'm gonna be there for the baby. I'll be there. You know, I can just lay it in your head.
But you told me just a couple nights ago that you love me and that you're ready to be a dad and you're ready to settle down and be there for your son. And you knew how much I care about being a mom and how I'm ready to go to work and do everything. I'm living at a hotel. I done moved from state to state with you, just trying to prove to you that I'm committed to you. And now it's like it's changing. I don't want to, you know, I talk like things now. I don't want my family to see all I want is, you know, the blood. You can't see that you're doing that. You're going to have other females and you don't need to be there. You cry. Let yourself off yourself because you missed so much of your son already. Now you're going to walk right back out. Not only that, it's like you don't even care no more. But you say you love me all the time and you want to hug up, but you don't put me in my confidence as I'm going to get everything laid out for you.
I'm not these those.
I even told you about having a little boy and how proud you were. And now I'm 18, Jay. I'm scared about the delivery. I'm scared about everything. I go to work. I'm trying to go to school. I'm trying to be a mom. A real mom situation.
You want to
I'm listening.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what we go do. Now you need to
I do everything for you. I'm trying to sacrifice.
come home, work. You come home, work. All you want to do is take a shower, go to bed.
I am pregnant, Jay. I am pregnant because I'm going to work.
Player is approaching the bridge to the Dragon's aviary.
Being a real mom, that you should be a real dad. And you're like, spend all my whole life over nothing. What are you going to have to offer you?
Forget her. I don't want to deal with her. It's something that happened. I can't take it back.
So you, okay, because you can't take back your rights. So you're going to give your son a, we don't his name out, J Bonnie. Why not get everything
I don't think anything was going on when you had your hair done and you saw that. I mean, was any flirtation going on there?
Well, female, she kept trying to eyeball him, but I thought he'd be a real man, so that's my wife.
That's your friend.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Well, here she is.
Yeah. Dude, that girl is hella fat and hella ugly. If I saw her at the fucking mall at a kiosk, I'd fucking turn around and bounce. Hella fat. I don't give a damn what nobody thinks. Definitely ain't got hands like Ashley. Ashley would definitely break the beat the brakes off them bitches. Hey, give me that other thing. Is it worth it? Let me work it. Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. It's your permanent plan yet? She's saying they just reversed what she says.
Oh, okay, it's a production thing.
Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it is reversed.
Dirty bastard.
Take care of yourself and each other. Hey, welcome to the show. My guests today say they're ready to hit the road again. Please meet Corey. He says his relationship
Dude, I'm like fucking set.
to scream and argue.
Oh man. It's supposed to go up.
I'm here because I can't deal with it. That's a sensitive way. Okay, you're gonna dump her, and for someone else? Well, when I went back to Ohio. Ohio. Okay, so we I made a whole bunch of sacrifices for I moved down to Kentucky with. Yeah, and I don't know anybody down there, so I moved down there with her family. Yes. And we were staying there, and I went back to Ohio. You went to Ohio. Well, I said, well, hey, I know the lady who's on Rock the Farm. I said, I know her picture. I said, I know her brother. She's the one that she's married. I said, I took the pictures and to get her accepted. And I said, if you're trying to follow, I said, I know some people. I'll take your pictures. And, how long is this episode? I don't know. She just wasn't shot yet. Oh, I'm just told we have those pictures that you took of this girl. Oh. Wow. Are they professional? Whoa. This, you took that picture? What do you... What did you take? Your cell phone?
Yeah, the phone. I got her.
Yeah, what the dog? You like to have them in the sight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when she saw those pictures, did she say, "Oh, thank you so
Yeah, she
much"?
was pissed.
Okay.
No, she was bitch.
Noted. The flare is en route.
All right. She sounds like she hasn't heard any of this. Let's bring her out here.
What's up? BP.
I know this don't hurt, but I think we're done.
Your ship powered the first movement on the main cathedral.
Really.
The demons called you to barrier when we arrived. The coordinates to
I mean,
the
I'm just
artifact
tired.
are inside the
Tired.
city.
There's no more passion left. No argue all the time. I just really feel like we're just confining me and pretty much holding me back. I know it's fun. Why? I don't. Okay, well, I mean, what are we doing? We're just staying in the same spot repetitively, arguing over nothing, and just going back to the same stuff, and it's just killing me. I mean, I don't feel like I can do what I want to do in my life because you're just holding me back. And you don't think we've been trying to work on take life serious. You want to come around and party and do whatever you want to do. And he wants me around. Just want to come around and say, I'm serious. I want to get a job. Let's start a family. I mean, I have. I mean, you know, worst thing that we have long 6 years now, you know, we've had some good times, but not perfect, but I can keep doing it. We're all like, what? Everybody like it was a fantasy. And now you decide to leave. We've been working now, 6 years later, after I had nobody, now you want to leave. I don't have a job. I dropped out of school, and then now you're great because of you. I have no education. You're all I have. Okay, we've been trying to make it work for years. Okay, why didn't you make your mind up 6 years ago? I just didn't know. I feel like we made it work, but now I know that we need. I gave a chance. I tried. That's why I took 6 years to be a private time. 6 years? It took you 6 years. You might not be able to do it. I'm saying we've been trying. We've been working every day for so long. After a while, of us saying, well, we'll work on it. You kind of get the feeling that working on it's not helping anything. Okay, 2 days ago, you said, I want to start a family. We should start a family.
Whoa, 2 days ago you were saying this? Now that's now that she knows that.
She knows of us.
We was friends.
Here's Danielle. story back. Okay, you're listening to this. Just as a woman, there's some politics in town. Look what he's done to her. And I have this. Any politics
I've been in her situation. I've been in a relationship since I was 12 until a couple months ago, nonstop. I've been through heartbreak. I've been through being cheated on with my friends. And she's still putting up with it after 6 years. I feel bad for her, but she's stupid enough to still stay by his side. You would come and get me and talk to me and take me places. Was it so you could... No, Melinda, I will come and get you because you would call me or text me crying because he's mistreating you. So I would comfort you all day, and then I still want you to come out later. I go, what are you doing? You're back with Corey, not taking my advice. Like, all the time I've been giving you advice, you didn't hear none of it. You didn't take none of it. You were right back to him, making yourself look so stupid to everybody. Okay, I'm stupid because you're having sex, but then someone takes pictures. He was texting up to me about things. I was telling him how trying to persuade him to me, and then my modeling, I had to get my portfolio. He told me that he took pictures of someone from Rock of Love, and he could help get me pictures of my portfolio, like set up. I believe them being stupid. I was drunk. I had some drinks. Yeah, we did have sex that night. I'll admit it. So he tells me that a couple days later, he's gonna come by with his camera. He's gonna take his picture with the pictures of me from my portfolio to help me get into my modeling. And he comes out with a flip phone camera phone. I thought you was gonna have a camera. I thought I'm trying to get somewhere. Like, I'm trying to go with my goal of being a model. You had me believing that you really was gonna help me get there, and you was just writing me the whole time, just trying to talk the mess in my ear. That way I would mess with you, and then you kind of pull out a flip phone camera phone to take pictures of me. Did y'all see the picture?
Yeah.
And how did y'all like it was unprofessional to you?
That was
Oh yeah, that's lovely. Lovely one.
What do you want to say to her?
To be honest with you, I told Melinda that I don't want to be with her, and I told her that I'm coming back to Ohio. And I know that, I took the pictures, they were awesome, but, I mean, they were messed up pictures. I'm not really a photographer, obviously. I didn't think that it was gonna, I didn't think that it was gonna pursue, to what that.
You didn't know that those lined up on actual double picture.
Right. So, what I'm saying is you know that I don't want to be in a serious relationship because, just being tied down, held down like that, that's what I just left from. I'm coming back to Ohio, and I was trying to see if me and you could try and work something out.
Oh,
The balls on this motherfucker. Oh, wow.
Destroying all the ships all over the barrier. Every part inside.
She's yours, sister. I'm going to run you free.
Does the PS5 have Doom on it for free?
The first
Oh, not the new one?
two. But remember, this doesn't
Oh, yeah. Roll out. I just want to be friends. Roll out with your life. Sick. That was so dope.
I mean, I know that you still want to be with me, but I mean, I don't. We can't do it. I just don't understand. No, because I know I just don't feel the same. We just aren't the same. Like, I ain't doing nothing anymore. I never once said that all of
Don't forget this
Right. Yeah. And one more thing. Damn. Whoa. Dude, it keeps fucking putting me in these walls.
Yeah, I cleaned inside of it with stones. The big machine.
Tony,
Stones.
Tony. You know, be my homeboy. Okay. So she's saying you can't home.
Maybe I can. I think her man though. I don't think so, hon. Look. Don't want to take a nickel? I'll take that.
Oh my god, I'm stuck.
Now, you care about your husband. You do what?
I've been looking for 3 years. We just celebrated our 3-year anniversary.
Well, why do you want to protect her? You know, if they're married, why are you still there?
Well, because he's always been loving me. He knows that. And he's Debbie, why did he marry me? Because he feels sorry for you. How did he feel
So fucking annoying.
You're ready to run it? Whatever that might be. It's free delivery now at the home.
He didn't make my son's last room. After we were dating. Because I was never my daddy.
We're just here with we're friends, married, but Debbie is sleeping with Crystal's husband. And Crystal, you're not happy about it at all. You love your husband. You're married to 2 children, but you're not crazy about it. You don't want to. You think that her husband is in love with you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's find out what he thinks about this. Here is Justin.
What are you doing?
Chris, I never loved you. I've always been in love with this girl right here.
Thank you.
Ever since I was in high school.
Then, what else? Why would you marry me then?
I only felt sorry for you.
Why would you do that to me?
I fell in love with
I did never forgive you. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. That was your 12-hour shift. Every time you want something for dinner, like making you food.
I can't believe you do this. You're doing this all on this stage.
How did I come out? You told me to do this. When are you ever there to listen to anything that I say? What are you doing? Playing video games or going fishing?
Yeah, that's it. Look, dude, I do everything I can for them boys. And for you too. And I'm in the jail for all of y'all.
There's just gonna have to, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. There's gonna have to be some changes. If I go back with you, there's gonna have to be some changes. Something I don't know that yet. I don't know what I want. I thought now that I see y'all, I don't know.
I'm getting my wife up. I'm getting my wife up for you.
Give me about 2 minutes. I'm sitting up here at the table.
I'm done.
You can see her a lot on people all you point to. You know what goes on at our house.
I'm dealing with my wife. And I'm dealing with my boys. And you figure what? Yeah, I slapped my wife.
Like I said, things are gonna have to change. You told me to do this.
There's still a chance here because the fight I love it. But you're saying I'm not saying anything. She still seems to love me.
You went out there a little bit. People would put my ass finger.
How can you say that? I've been committing restriction. I've given you two beautiful kids.
not someone that's going to love you back. Okay, but she doesn't really love you. So, this sounds to me like you guys can work on this if you want. I'll tell you what to do. But she still seems to have some love for it. You gotta stop. I'm saying back.
I'm willing to do whatever you just have to treat me right, Nate.
I'm treating you
You
right.
think that you can honestly come home and not be around and not expect me to go somewhere else?
If you think that would work, then click here to keep watching. And don't forget to subscribe. What we have to do. And one more thing. Take care of yourself and each other. Okay, Jessica says her wedding day is full of pain and guilt. Jessica, what do you
Well, Jerry, I came on the show to get married, and, I'm a really big fan of you.
Oh, I can't stand this bitch's voice. I'm a big fan of you.
While Miranda was pregnant with her daughter, Chris punched her over in the head during an argument about cheating. And after she gave birth, they threw a glass at her, slicing her face above the eye. Miranda decided to leave Chris after that. Now she says that Chris is going around town, calling her a whore, and denying her daughter. Your help. What do you need my help?
Want to prove to Chris that I never did nothing that he accused me of.
Oh my
Why
god.
do you care to prove that?
Go to the house, everybody.
You go tell them what.
Yeah, he goes around and tells everyone that I'm a bad person.
Like, what does he say you do?
He says that I sleep around with different people, his friend, he took it that I slept with my own cousin, his family members that we live with, and they come to me to tell me that he wants to live and marry because I know I need to, so that's what they talk about.
You were pregnant?
Yeah, I was working, I was pregnant, I was college, my hopes.
Oh my god, dude.
So I was like, you're gonna get it, and I was just like, I was scared because it's not the first time, so it was an ongoing. Yeah.
Why'd you even go home then? I mean, you're 6 months pregnant.
I know, I don't know, I just think I don't know who's gonna do it, but I felt like when I got to the so I came, when I went home, when I walked in, it was fine. So he was just sitting there and looking at me, and I was just like, and I got my phone, and I was looking like, were you looking at my family member who was out in the living room? And I was like, no. So then I went to go fold clothes, and I went to sit down, and he started arguing with me, and then he just socked me in my head.
Oh fuck.
Punched you in the head.
Yeah, he punched me in my head.
This guy sounds like a great fucking dude.
I started on top of me, like, covering my mouth, like, shut up, like, don't scream, like, they're gonna come in. So then I was just like, well, I kept trying to, but I was just walked in, and she was like, and she's seeing, so she's trying to like see her right now because she's trying to grab me to leave, and he's trying to walk out the door, but she's like, no, you're not going out. So he took the screen off of his window and jumped out the window and left.
What did you? Because listen, before you answer, there's a guy that's scared. While you're pregnant, while you're working. Was he working? No. So this teenager is hitting you, threatening you, saying It's no good. You scrape it off your shoe and you keep going.
Arthritis causes pain in your joints. Unlike pills, Voltaren gel is applied to the site of pain, penetrating deep through the skin to the joint, reducing the pain so you can move more freely. Voltaren, clinically proven, long-lasting arthritis pain relief.
Do you see that? You're not going to do that.
I watched her daughter. Yeah. Watch like it's just and the glass cup was right there. He was arguing with me, and when I was gonna get up, he smashed it, and it hit me like this. Yeah, I didn't know I was bleeding. It just felt numb. And when I walked out, it started shaking, and the blood started coming out like drip on the floor. So I went to the living room, and she was just looking at me, and I went over here and I asked my eyebrows. So I called him. I was like, I'm scared. Like, he just put the glass over my head, and he just didn't quiet me. He sat down. He just went on his phone, and I went and called the doctor. My birthday was the 19th, and this was 22nd, got up for 23rd. He went to jail, but...
Oh, he went to jail for hitting you with the glass.
Yeah, but they didn't charge me.
What do you mean they didn't charge you?
And then I came back after I there. No, I went and checked all my teams on the 22nd of November, and then I yeah.
She says that you that was full back.
I my bad. Like, came back. Of course, I'm not gonna just let you do it.
Okay. Well, there's a man that's trying to bring back the Three Stooges haircut.
Oh my god, look at him. Fucking idiot. And he beats the shit out of his girl. What a dude. Look at this fucking idiot. Someone needs to fuck his ass up. I mean, I'm not perfect. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I'm really not. I've done my fair share of dumb fucking shit that I regret more than anything.
She turned it back. Oh, turn it back. Yep.
Jesus.
Did you have sexual contact with any of Chris's family? She answered no. The results came back all the same, and they came back that Miranda told the truth.
Sorry. You really didn't deserve it, Miranda? I should have believed you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you really seem sorry.
If you're a woman and you're in a relationship and a man hits you that very first time, there should be no second chances. Move on, get out.
The ships are refueling, sire. We should be ready.
It's not good for anyone. It's not good for you. It's not good for your daughter. It's not good for society. You need young men to be good citizens, to be
now.
to be say, hey, Chris is the kind of guy I can count on. If I'm having trouble, I can go to Chris and he's going to help me. Or if my kid's walking down the street and somebody's bothering my kid, if Chris saw it, he'll do something for my kid. Or if my wife is walking through the store, she's being harassed. Chris is the kind of guy that will stop it. Chris is the guy that wants to get a job, provide for his family, provide for his mom. That's what people want. You're young, but it goes by fast. And if you let time go by without accomplishing anything, you're going to wake up as a middle-aged man with lots of regrets, and your daughter will have a father that she doesn't respect. So,
Well, the night my husband Scotty, we got together, we was lying in bed, and I asked him, I said, well, why do you have to see a probation officer? But he said, well, I can't tell you right now. Right, I'll tell you. But one night,
Damn, cops find a serial car filled with serial killer victim parts. Yeah.
This video was brought to you by SimpliSafe. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Wasn't expecting to hear that.
Just arrived at an airport parking lot to investigate reports of an abandoned truck.
Why would you abandon? I mean,
just another routine call with nothing unusual. But that's when it hit them. Inside the truck lay 4 brutalized and dismembered bodies hidden inside.
I mean, if you're gonna do something, why would you leave your vehicle there at an airport?
More bodies lay buried and hidden in remote areas of the state.
Wow.
An active, twisted serial killer was on the loose. Detectives were already months.
Did you see the map? Look at the map.
Inside boxes. What officers didn't know at the time is that 11 more bodies lay buried.
That's just one little location. Look, 11 more bodies. He has 4 in his truck bed. That's 15 bodies that they found. And how come we didn't hear about that? I mean, 15 murders is quite a bit.
That's something that would be on national news.
2 hours ago? I know that there might be a serial killer in Texas and I think New Jersey. Yeah, this guy's just killing the fuck out of people.
And hidden in remote areas of the
And
state.
the one in New Jersey, I think, is the one that's killing all the women and dumping them at like some lake. And people are like, well, why don't the police sit there and wait at the lake? What? an entire fucking lake and just wait.
He never comes back.
Nah, what they should do is they should have trail cameras in areas and make it look undisturbed, and then fly drones through it. So you don't have to have someone physically there. You can just have like, dude, get like 12, 15 people that are willing to, you know, go out there and just search for people doing suspicious ass shit, like dumping a body at the lake. Just have them fucking flying the drones, some remote place, keep everyone safe, essentially, except for the people that are murdered, obviously. But you know what I'm saying. I don't know.
We could put like 12 of those all around the surrounding areas, and those batteries last
Nah, you don't want to put just like a number like 12. You want to you just want to put him in areas he's been, and like areas that are similar to the area he had already gone to. Look it up. Serial killer dumping bodies at a lake. Zodiac will probably come up, but keep looking. Oh, is it a beach? I thought it was a lake. Okay, so it's the Texas one, not the New Jersey one.
Yeah, this was 10 months ago.
Oh, wow.
At this point, they found a 13th body.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
I thought it was a
serial
little.
killer dumped a body in Tahoe. The I-5 Strangler in the 19. Wow.
They think the I-5 Strangler though was the Zodiac.
Yeah, apparently the person who they think it was in prison for it was killed in prison.
Yeah,
That
but
was like 3 years ago.
they also. Oh, okay, never mind.
Chicago waterway.
So wait, there's one in Chicago too? How recent? How are people getting away with 16 murders in 2020 and on? That's what I'm saying.
That was February 9th, 2024.
I know they've been finding hell of bodies in Texas. I don't know. How would I know?
Twisted serial killer was on the loose. Detectives were already months behind.
I never needed to because I'm still on the line.
These other ones, take them all to the same place. If you ever came back out to New Mexico, would you be willing to take us?
Started on a Sunday afternoon when police in Grants, New Mexico received a mysterious call. A landlord had just discovered something he described as disturbing while cleaning out an evicted tenant's home.
What?
More than 10,000 human remains uncovered on suspected serial killer's farm. 10,000.
Yeah, it's the lady who used to invite men over and she'd feed them to the pigs. I don't know. I think that's the one though. She would have men and then she would act like she was marrying them and shit.
No. This is investigators believe Baumeister, a businessman and a married father of three, lured gay men to his home in the mid-80s and mid-90s before killing them and dumped their bodies in the Fox Hollow Farm in Westfield, about 16 miles north of Indianapolis.
I'm pretty sure that's who that Asian hitchhiker guy was talking about on Joe Rogan.
Oh, yeah. Then it says, the investigation into Baumeister began in 1986 when the alleged killer's 15-year-old son stumbled upon bones while the family's 18-acre estate. Baumeister killed himself a short time later in July 1996 as investigators sought to question him.
Crazy.
Easy way out. Do you think Coach Thomas will have a trial, or do you think he's going to plead out?
I think he could be facing life.
I looked online. There's nothing about it
Other
than just the arrest.
With his age and the amount of time that he's looking at, I'm pretty sure it'd be a life sentence. So, I mean, it would depend on the deal that they would offer him, but it kind of feels like the county of Santa Clara and the district attorney's office and all that stuff kind of have like irrefutable evidence. Like it's a slam dunk case for them.
Where there's no need to go to trial, like they have enough.
No, they don't decide whether they go to trial or not. They do, but they don't. It's up to Sean Thomas that decides that.
Yeah, Thomas being indicted on all this shit. She technically knew.
She could, but I think they're using her as a material witness for the state.
Because they're already getting a divorce and stuff, so she's going to give them up. Right. Oh, dude, she's going to ruin him. Not that he's already ruined him. Yeah, but... It's so funny. For a long time, her family said this guy's a fucking crazy asshole. Nobody ever believed those guys. And now look. That's hilarious.
Well, it all started because in high school, my uncle beat up his brother.
Yep.
And then Ivory.
Yo, his brother.
Uncle Bugs. And then Sean tried to get on the baseball team, and one of my uncles, I'm not sure, was the coach. I think it was Wayne, and he wouldn't allow it.
Well, didn't he let? Is it true that Coach Thomas wouldn't let Matt play?
Yeah,
So
Coach Thomas wouldn't let us both play.
That's why your Uncle Wayne literally rented a fucking apartment in Los Gatos just so Matt could play.
Yeah. Cousin could have gone pro.
He played on a Los Gatos High football team. Dude, they got a lot of fucking college on that team. Being a kicker is a very niche position. So you gotta either be really good at, like, there's some positions where you can be okay at it and still go pro or whatever. You actually have to be
not in the NFL. You're not being okay at a position in the NFL.
But like, to make the NFL,
Bro, you gotta eat,
you have to be a
sleep,
really good kicker.
eat, sleep, drink, and breathe fucking football.
Yeah, especially for special teams.
He could punt, but no, he was just boom. But it's crazy because before he ever even really got into football, he loved soccer.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Out of all the positions that he makes in football, he's the one that's stuck. You know, what year did he graduate?
06.
My year with Amanda.
Or 05?
I think he's 05.
Nah, I think. Yeah.
I think he's 05. I think he's 1 year. He's 1 year older than us.
The Creed ship hasn't moved outside the combat zone.
Energy production is down because of the war. This is his district. Khan would have him executed if he left.
Officers immediately headed to the address to investigate.
This guy has his blood. Anyways, we finally got him to move out. So, see him today. We had
Ooh, I got a mace.
when I came by, he says, I'm going to give you a file of stuff.
Or a flail, sorry.
We didn't know which file, so we started to load it up. While we were moving some things, and found this puppy in his box underneath some of the kids' stuff, you know. Okay. So we go and put the puppy in the bag because we were going to bury it, and then we see that they had tied a cord on it. Okay. Well, we've had, like I said, nothing but problems with these guys, so I at least want to put a report on file. I know we won't be able to say who did it and when, but that needs to be associated with him, you know, because we're going to take him to court for a lot of other things, and if I can just have that on file, it'll help. Okay.
It was clear the puppy had suffered a horrific death.
Oh.
Animal control arrived shortly
I'm
afterwards.
so glad that they're doing what they said. They're doing a animal abuse registry like they do with pedophiles. Like if you hurt an animal, you go on a registry, which I think that it should have been like that 30, 40 years ago. Because there's a wide range of people that ended up that started hurting animals that ended with hurting people. So I mean, it's not always that way, obviously, but
the puppy was just the first body, and in the coming days, police would uncover more gruesome scenes, strange disappearances, and disturbing evidence pointing to something far more calculated than anyone expected.
Wow.
That same day, Detective Robert Turney was assigned a missing persons case involving 19-year-old Matthew Miller. Matthew's grandmother had called 911 a couple of days earlier, worrying that she hadn't seen or heard from him in nearly a week. It turned out police were already familiar with Matthew and knew he had previously struggled with substance abuse, so initially they assumed his disappearance was drug-related. Maybe he overdosed somewhere. But Matthew's family insisted something was different this time, and urgently requested to speak with detectives. Trusting their instincts, Detective Downey decided to visit Matthew's grandmother, where he would discover some unsettling new possibilities.
So if you guys can help me out by just calling around hospitals. Jail. I have more than enough to and probably has a little bit of complex. That kind of person. You don't have to reach out to you guys yet.
After rehashing some information with Matthew's family, Detective Downey would go on to learn some critical details. Matthew's girlfriend told the family she saw him getting into a vehicle with several other people, including a blonde woman named Jennifer Lannon, someone Matthew had recently been spending time with. He also learned that Matthew often spent time with a close friend named Justin Mata and his girlfriend, Leonie Calzada. All three were known to use drugs together, acting quickly on these promising leads. They began searching locations Matthew was known to frequent, and soon enough, they located Matthew's Chevy Colorado truck, parked and seemingly abandoned within a few blocks away from Leonie and Justin's residence. The truck was dirty, locked, and appeared to have been parked there for several days. Inside, detectives found clothing and personal belongings, as well as several unsettling items, including a pair of rubber gloves and a shovel lying in the truck's bed. They also found multiple cell phones that were damaged in the front and back seats. It seemed clear Matthew hadn't intended to leave the truck there, and detectives sensed something wasn't right. Immediately, investigators canvassed the area and found surveillance cameras nearby, one of which captured Matthew's truck arriving at Leonie and Justin's address on January 26th, just 3 days before Matthew was reported missing. With these new alarming discoveries, Detective Downey knew the next logical step was to urgently speak with Matthew's friends, Justin Mata and Leonie Calzada, hoping they could shed some light on the situation. However, when they arrived at the couple's residence, they would quickly realize Matthew wasn't the only one missing.
Hey guys.
This is Leonie Calzada, and someone detectives suspected might know exactly what happened to Matthew.
Very important. We're looking for Matthew Miller. He's been missing for over 2 weeks. A year ago. When's the last time you What I would like to do, all right, is look around your house for any kind of evidence of Matthew Miller, any kind of foul play, anything other than that.
According to Leone, her boyfriend, Justin, had also mysteriously vanished, and she hadn't seen him since January 17th, nearly 2 weeks before Matthew was even reported missing. Investigators knew something wasn't adding up when Leone insisted she hadn't seen Matthew in nearly a year. Surveillance footage clearly showed Matthew's truck outside her residence just days before he disappeared. Their suspicion mounting, detectives decided to search Leone's home, hoping to uncover whether she might be hiding something. Or someone.
Did you notice anything strange that happened around here? Did you notice anything different around here? Like signs of any kind of blood, needles? You got needles or pills, anything like that?
Despite their best efforts, investigators found no signs of foul play or violence. Still, Detective Turney couldn't shake the feeling that something was overlooked, so he returned to speak briefly with Leone, unaware she'd dropped a crucial clue. Leone revealed that Justin had recently taken off with another woman named Jennifer, supposedly heading to Arizona to re-up on drugs and make some money. With this new detail, Detective Turney now found himself investigating the disappearances of 3 different people. Matthew Miller, Justin Mata, and now, potentially, Jennifer. Not yet aware just how closely connected these cases really were. So to move forward, Turney quickly looked into Jennifer and discovered she had recently been reported missing by her ex-husband, Sean Lennon. That name sounded familiar to Detective Turney, because just days earlier, officers had responded to a disturbing call at 817 Kingman Avenue, the same property where the remains of a tortured puppy had been uncovered. And the tenants evicted from that very house, Sean and Jennifer Lannon. Finally, investigators were starting to connect the dots. 3 people, all closely linked through drugs and personal relationships, had vanished within days of each other. Detective Turney realized it was time to canvass the neighborhood surrounding Sean and Jennifer's former home, hoping a neighbor might have seen something suspicious or could offer the money they desperately needed. That's when they found a neighbor whose security camera was pointed directly at Sean and Jennifer's old residence. What the investigators saw on the footage would finally bring some much-needed clarity to their case. Without this neighbor's camera, detectives might have hit another frustrating dead end. And it shows just how important reliable security can be, because when something happens, every second matters. That's why I partnered with Simple Safe Home Security to provide you with a trusted way to secure your own home. After I installed Simply Safe, I felt or the dog walker won't trigger a 3 a.m. panic. But I find myself using the most is their video doorbell, which sends me a notification whenever there's motion at my door, and even allows me to communicate with anyone at my door through its built-in speakers, saving me from porch pirates and keeping my packages safe. From the app, you can arm or disarm, lock the front door, check every camera, and see that my studio is safe even when I'm on the road. There are no long-term contracts. Plans start at about $1 a day, and there's a 60-day money-back guarantee. And today, Simply Safe has a deal just for the Dr. Insanity crew. Save 50% off your Simply Safe security system when you sign up for a professional monitoring plan. And get your first month free. Visit simplysafe.com/insanity to customize yours. There's no safe like Simply Safe. On January 26th, Matthew is seen entering Sean's home, but investigators never see him leave. Hours later, Sean is spotted on camera driving away in Matthew's truck, and when he returns, he's alone, on foot. Matthew is nowhere to be seen. On January 28th, the same camera recorded someone loading household items into a red Dodge Dakota parked outside the residence and driving away. This CCTV footage marked a critical turning point for investigators. For the first time, detectives had visual proof of Matthew at Jennifer and Sean's residence. Significantly elated, the next step was clear. Detective Turney needed to speak directly to Sean. Only his account could clarify what happened that day and potentially reveal crucial details about the missing trio. The next morning, Detective Turney reached out to Sean and agreed to sit down for a formal interview. Whatever Sean said next had the potential to shift the direction of his case completely.
So, first things first, let's get her into the What's his truck ever pumped your house? More than like a day, that one out. Sure. You ever driven a truck? Driven a truck. When was the last time you drove a truck? A couple weeks ago. A couple weeks ago? So, again, when did you find out that they split and took off to Arizona and now they're together? You saw what you did. Did you have anything to do with Jennifer's disappearance, Matthew's disappearance? Do you think something bad happened to Matthew and Jennifer? Yeah, Jennifer told me she used to be. She came back. I'll be all that. She left us. No, it's just, I just didn't want to go about all this. You don't? You don't see me. Has she ever done this before? Yeah.
During the interview, Detective Turney notices something strange. Sean remains unnervingly calm, especially considering his ex-wife and the mother of his 3 young children has just vanished. Turney begins to question whether Sean is simply a bystander caught up in a tragic situation, or if he knows more than he's letting on. The next day, Detective Turney would get his answer, as police received an unexpected call from a man named Josh Hall. Josh was an acquaintance of Matthew Miller and claimed he'd recently witnessed something that deeply concerned him, directly related to the strange disappearances. Investigators quickly arranged for a meeting with Josh, hoping his account would finally provide the breakthrough they were looking for.
What's going on with Matthew, man? That's actually his cousin. Check this out, man. Check this out. Check this out, man. Yesterday, like, hey, like Sean told me to go talk to you. I guess he had to go talk to you or something. Down the front. He go to the county. He's like, wow, just actually come back. He was seeing me. Gun. Jack drink his wife's IDs. Nose betters. There, just ashes the drink. He says, yeah, look up. I'm scared. Yeah. Sean killed all 3 of them, man. I'm telling you, he worked all 3 of them people, man. He's putting it off on Wanda that he ran off there. Why not? I don't know, man. Sounds like my sister. I know all of it. Kim up there, I know what he did, man. I know what he did. He did, man. I'm telling you. Come on, he's gonna jump right by his house. You know what I'm saying? And start tripping with it. Shit. I wasn't there. He's a smart. He's scared. He's barely his wife missing. His wife's
last time. I mean, she's been missing the same time I've been missing. And after he left and after we go talk to you, I went in there and opened that strap. Like, she didn't live it. She weighed out. I had her with me all the time. She's stripping her. And then she daddy wrapped me almost to her. I was there too. I almost took the gun. Took the strap. What did it go? Daddy walked it. Johnny grabbed it right there. That's how I tie everything together.
Josh claims that Sean arrived at the residence of a woman named Kelly DeSoto, carrying a bag he carefully hid in the ceiling of her home before leaving to speak with detectives at the police station. After Sean left, Kelly discovered the hidden bag, removed a gun from inside, and handed it off to a man named Danny Lemos, locally known as Dog. He took the weapon and left on foot. When Sean returned and realized the bag was missing, he became visibly agitated, smashing his phone on the ground before storming out. These troubling claims raised immediate suspicion around everyone involved, including two new persons of interest, Kelly DeSoto and Daniel Lemos, both closely associated with Sean and Jennifer based on Josh's statement. Danny Lemos was nowhere to be found at the time, so Detective Downey knew he urgently needed to verify Josh's account of speaking directly with Kelly, and more importantly, find out if she was hiding anything that could help connect the dots to this increasingly tangled case. Try scrap the computer shred from Randy Clay. Mondays on TNT. Now you're ready to find the next adventure. Right now, get forward employee prices. Memorial Day sales event. Capital members of BGD. When the investigators first arrived at Kelly's house, she agreed to open at the station for an interview, but refused their offer of a ride, saying her boss would bring her in about 30 minutes. However, when the time came, Kelly never showed up at the police station. It was a major red flag, and the investigators became more suspicious of her. 2 hours later, Detective Downey returned to her house, suspecting that Kelly might be stalling for time or trying to cover something up.
Robert, Beth, Detective.
This time, Kelly's behavior was noticeably different. She appeared distraught, reluctant to cooperate, and quick to mention her lawyer. Detective Downey felt certain that she was withholding crucial information and decided to press harder.
You're lying to me about that. Every time I see Jennifer's up. Where you're committing
After some more pressure, Kelly admitted she had several suspicious bags in her shed, supposedly belonging to Sean. Curious about the contents of the bags, detectives quickly followed Kelly to take a closer look.
Jackson?
Despite their best efforts, detectives found no clear signs of blood or evidence linking back to the missing people. It was a frustrating dead end. The chances of finding them seemed increasingly slim. At this stage, investigators had narrowed down their focus to several individuals close to the missing trio, each with conflicting stories and questionable behavior that kept detectives on edge. But without hard evidence, options were increasingly running out. Desperate for a breakthrough, Detective Downey secured a search warrant for Sean and Jennifer's former home at 817 Kingman Avenue. Unsure exactly what or who they might encounter, officers cautiously approached the property, prepared for any potential threat. Investigators were too late. The house had already undergone extensive renovations, carpets removed, drywall stripped. Any potential evidence completely erased. Unbeknownst to investigators at the time, the critical evidence they desperately needed was sitting in an abandoned tomb miles away, just waiting to be discovered. Now, though, every possible way was exhausted. Detective Downey knew it was time for a more direct approach, so he called Sean once more, determined to extract something, anything, that could finally lead investigators to the missing trio.
Hey, is it Sean?
Yes.
Hey, Sean, this is Detective Downey. How you doing? Good, man. I've been trying to get hold of your other number, and it's not working. So you know anything new? Okay. Are you still around town? No, we made some progress here and there. I've got a bunch of pictures of different vehicles. I'd like you to take a look at and see if you could help me identify them.
Wanted to come in and return to the school.
Okay. All right, just make sure the kids are taken care of, and we'll go from there. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Right.
Sean sounded cooperative and willing to help, promising Detective Downey he would come in for questioning. Yet, Sean never showed up. The next day, Downey even offered to personally pick Sean up and bring him to the station, but once again, Sean failed to appear. At this point, Downey felt certain Sean was completely stalling and knew they couldn't afford to waste any more time. Unbelievable facts. CCTV footage and witness statements pointing directly at Sean and Downey as crucial figures, Detective Downey knew he needed to bring them in for questioning. So investigators dug deeper into both men's backgrounds, and that's when they hit the jackpot. Sean had an outstanding warrant for missing a court appearance related to a 2020 assault and battery charge. It was the break they needed. On February 25th, officers located Sean in Albuquerque and arrested him without incident, transporting him directly to the Grants Police Department for questioning. Detective Attorney's goals for the interview were simple. Determine exactly what Sean knew about the missing trio and find out where Danny Lemos had vanished after taking the alleged gun.
Let's go back to Matthew's truck. Okay, so it starts to back in there, and you're the last one who drove it. Mary's supposed to go back where you parked it. Where did you go with it that day? And that purchase building.
That's the place I never traveled. I thought that was the last day. I got Smith's Walmart. That's it.
Later, what they're doing, new Pokemon cards now. You're bringing them back, but they're having somebody supervise when you grab them. One per customer, and the associate has to walk up and grab it for you and bring it to the thing.
Why don't they just do the thing that other places are doing, like that kiosk?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If it was next time, we'd be like, there's self-defense. Self-defense is peaceful, but literally, no. Biggest fear in my house, why it doesn't stay in the house, was how to dog, right? I might lie about it. So,
Who told you to park it there?
Just was in the house. I was talking with, like, Errol, Shimano, Jennifer, Justin, and vegans. I'll go lift the pills from him. They're like, we're gonna go score. They didn't know money. Nothing.
So you take the truck to the kids.
Leave the truck. And loaded up. Like, well, I need to go, like, get some groceries or something. And literally, I'm like, what do we do with the truck? He's like, what do you have? Like, yeah, leave them. We should be out. No. He's like, yeah, your party's fine. Just, no, I need to go to the dumpsters. I need to go $1 for blonde hair. Yeah.
So they told you in the house when you're done with it to park at the wrong apartments.
Matthew went to park down the street. He said, no, my buddy's over there near the apartment. Just leave it.
As the interview continued, Sean seemed to have an answer for everything, including the CCTV footage, claiming he only moved the truck at Matthew and Justin's request. He also appeared to casually downplay the entire incident, insisting the trio's disappearances were simply part of a drug-related business venture, nothing criminal. But Detective Downey wasn't buying it. He knew Sean's explanation didn't match witness statements, and his earlier actions were too suspicious to ignore. But without solid proof, Downey couldn't directly refute Sean's story. So, to move forward, Detective Downey changed tactics. He decided to deliberately introduce Danny Lemos into the conversation, offering Sean an easy scapegoat. If Sean took the bait, Downey might finally uncover what Sean was hiding, or at least gain insight into what really happened to the missing trio.
I have no idea. I spent most of my time with the kids. If I had to guess who killed him, it would be contact. If I could dispose bodies, I would put it behind the show. And then it comes out of his house.
This is Grand Junction, Colorado. Some personality quirks are really fun. I talk to my left foot more than I talk to my right. You know what's not funny and not a personality quirk? OCD. Although the term OCD...
Cache erupted. Seek out additional stockpiles.
My kids are scared of it. I'm scared of it. I don't know what's time to be afraid of it. Appreciate it. We hid in the house. I didn't go anywhere. I definitely didn't leave my kids for 5 hours.
Just as planned, the moment Danny Lemos' name came up, Sean seized the opportunity and implicated him, pointing to Danny's violent nature, even suggesting his ability to dispose of bodies using pigs. Beyond those accusations, however, Sean stuck to his story for the rest of the interview, denying any involvement in the disappearance. Without solid proof against him, detectives had no choice but to end their questioning. Still, Sean wasn't completely free. His outstanding warrant for failure to appear in court meant he'd spend the next 7 days in custody, and officers immediately transported him to the local jail. Investigators spent the following week interviewing acquaintances, re-examining evidence, and piecing together scattered leads. During their interview, one detail caught Detective Downey's attention: the mysterious red Ford truck that was spotted parked outside Sean's residence, later leaving with unknown contents loaded in the back. Investigators had not yet located this truck, and Downey strongly suspected it might hold something crucial to their case. For now, though, 3 people remained missing, and police narrowed their focus to 2 prime suspects: Sean Lennon, who was recorded on surveillance driving Matthew's truck and potentially connected to the missing red truck, and Danny Lemos, who allegedly received a handgun connected to Sean before disappearing himself. With each passing day, Downey grew more convinced that the missing trio had been murdered, and that their 2 prime suspects likely held the answers. But the window to find something conclusive was quickly closing, because on March 3rd, Sean completed his short jail sentence and was released back onto the streets, significantly raising the stakes. Now facing the possibility of losing another prime suspect, Detective Downey knew he had to act fast. All he needed was just one single lead, some hint of where the bodies might be hidden. On March 5th, officers received a call from the security at Albuquerque's Sunport Airport about an abandoned red Ford Ranger, eerily similar to the one from surveillance footage gathered during the investigation. What officers found inside would confirm the person truth they were searching for.
Yeah, it smells bad. Not to like eat the hose or anything, you know what I mean? Yeah. 1:30, but they said they didn't want to send anybody out here. Pretty foul smell coming from the table. Yeah, every so often. I don't notice. Yeah, I can't really tell what it was. I heard. I don't think it could smell like decomp body or something. I don't know. Yeah, I just saw something. So I kind of felt it was on the dirty deal wrong. But yeah, no, we'll check the bin, all good stuff. So.
In the back of the truck were several sealed storage bins, emitting unmistakable smells. Inside was a separate body: Jennifer Lennon, Matthew Miller, and Justin Bada. Jennifer had been shot at close range in the head. Justin had also suffered a gunshot wound to the head, along with severe blunt injuries. And Matthew's body showed clear signs of massive head trauma, evidence he'd also been beaten to death. The horrors didn't end there. Hidden beneath a tarp in the passenger seat was yet another body. Randall Apostolon, the truck's owner. His body showed signs of severe blunt force trauma, and a bloodied hammer found nearby was clearly the weapon used to kill him. Investigators found more disturbing evidence inside the truck. Multiple serrated knives stained with dry blood, a handsaw, and several pairs of industrial gloves, all clearly pointing to a calculated, cold-blooded murder. It was still unclear to investigators why Randall had been murdered or how his death was connected to the other 3, but they wouldn't have to wait long to find out. Detectives urgently turned to the Albuquerque airport surveillance cameras, knowing the truck hadn't driven itself there. And it didn't take long before they spotted exactly who they were looking for. On March 3rd, 2021, just 2 days before the gruesome discovery, the airport's cameras captured Sean Lennon driving the truck into the airport parking lot, exiting the vehicle, and leaving behind the bodies of his 4 victims. Finally, detectives found their killer. It was time to track Sean down and bring him in. On the same day the bodies were discovered, police urgently scrambled to track down Sean Lennon, but it was already Too late. Sean had slipped out of Albuquerque and vanished. Immediately, the U.S. Marshals issued a nationwide alert believing Sean posed an active threat and was possibly on a violent crime spree. Authorities across multiple states joined the manhunt to track him down before anyone else was harmed. Then, on March 9th, Detective Downey received a disturbing call. U.S. Marshals informed him that Sean Lannon was now wanted in connection to another murder. This one committed just a day earlier in New Jersey. Authorities had linked Sean to the murder of Michael Debkowski through witness statements and surveillance footage that placed him directly at the scene. A quick background check also revealed the victim wasn't a random target. Debkowski was someone Sean had personally known for many years.
What's the name?
It was an alarming detail that made it clear Sean's violent spree was far from over.
What?
Now with 5 bodies discovered, the serial killer police knew anyone in Sean Lannon's circle could be next, and they had to act fast. Federal authorities urgently tracked Sean's movements, closely monitoring surveillance footage and cell phone. Finally, on the morning of March 10th, U.S. Marshals pinpointed Sean's location in St. Louis, Missouri, and they quickly moved in and captured him without incident. Sean Lannon
What are the
was
options?
immediately extradited back to New
Trevor.
Jersey, finally putting an end
Trevor.
to his killing
Trevor.
That's what I said.
by now, the evidence against Sean Lannon was overwhelming. Investigators had more than enough to charge him. There were still critical questions that only Sean could answer. They still needed to understand exactly why he committed these horrific murders and determine whether he acted alone or if others helped him carry out and conceal evidence. When Detective Downey sat down face to face with Sean, he expected more lies and deception. But surprisingly, Sean didn't resist or deny anything. Instead, he resigned to his fate, openly admitting he was tired of running and knew his capture was inevitable. In his own words, he simply wanted it to be over. So, nothing left of it. Sean would give detectives exactly what they hoped for: a chilling, detailed account of the murders and the twisted reasons behind each one.
The great deals are still out there, and this Memorial Day, we've got them. Hey, it's Show No Grid for our Bay Area highway. And during our Memorial Day sales event, you'll find plenty savings incentives and big dealer discounts. Lower interest rates and even lower monthly payments. Great selection, great savings. Just the perfect time to buy your brand new home. Don't miss the Memorial Day sales event at our Bay Area highway.
Yeah. With stuff to take her life. So, she wanted to make sure she wanted to, for sure. She really should breathe it. She was gonna be going to psych herself out for being that emotionally charged statement of you killed the Garrison baby. Pistol on her head. Pulled the trigger. Stuck later. I'm supposed to jump on that too. I put that pistol in my mouth. He fell up. Some fast one. I said, kids have some good stories. My John's voice is short, so I'm a car. It's not very much material to me down. Just story, but she's never back in the house. Yeah, I am. Trying to remember things. Awful much, man.
paying to get my kids overseas to cope. So you continue with the all along, still paying just a month after. So you just found some joking, giving that to my kids. So like a week, I came to the house. So, in the laundry room, connected to the garage. So I killed him. Just before I killed him, he offered up a tree. Someone had pictures of shot my home. Stand there naked in my living room. I don't know what it was like, the wife or Matthew. No one whatever. My son's shoulders. I was like, here's this picture. He's like, he has a new tree. He's like, that's up the picture. I was like, well, alright, he sent that picture. That's that in the picture. So, I said, there's, he was right over the passport fighter. He wanted to, if he could do a shot before. So I was like, so I said, well, if you find any in the vents, so I looked at stuff you down in the vents. Let's see coming. So I shot him back then. I was like, he's got Australia. He's a pretty tough dude. I was the point, generator. That's the main. They had to work up the nerves to move the bodies. So there's so much blood. That's why I had that cold floor pattern. I still remember that was the floor that was pulled up in the kids' bedroom. The basic landlord never checks the water leak. The carpet got molded. I was asleep. The carpet got it's not for some reason. It was still there back there. It took 2 hours to quiet them. You know, you're Justin. Justin there after like I don't know all the time. Jennifer. Just at least a week. So Jennifer on the phone. So you thought you see each other. Yeah. Also didn't like everyone hands on paying the limits. I fully intended. So I sent back to New Mexico for it yesterday. If I did, it'd be in the box. So then I have to figure it out. Probably that kid killed her. Why didn't I Matthew? It comes over with Felicity. It's girlfriend. She was like 12 years old. And she took her name on the move too. It's fine. He's like, they're looking for money for making a food fight. Really just take like $40. It's like, oh, he's like, we give me a ride to get some water. I'm in less than I want. So, one of those times he came back, he didn't have Felicity. That's when I shot him in the back of the head. I had one of his vehicles not very. Somebody brought me the box that in the back. Couldn't have that money to that vehicle, so he was going to take the truck back, so we found some else for the soldier singers. I got all of $50. He went out $300 once we got to his place. Randy. On another $300. All boxes. So I didn't have $300. So basically, I'll drop you back off. So I left. Came back to the Pearl. The box was still back. Pulled in right there. Got in the fight. I killed him in the front seat. Good drives.
Throughout his confession, Sean remained eerily composed, showing almost no emotions. Even more chilling is the fact that just hours after dismembering the bodies and brutally killing Randall, Sean was picked up by police on an unrelated warrant and set across from Detective Turney, boldly denying any involvement, while a truck full of bodies was parked just a few blocks away.
Grab the truck. I know what to do with it. I don't know anybody. What do you do with the bodies? There's a track that I knew at some point going to get caught. Just want the kids back home. Took them to the airport.
tape for it. That's all. I positioned them. Just everything was the same. Secured the vehicle. That's the obvious. And then took a, I believe it was an Uber. Yeah. Right to the car. Next stage was I'm waiting outside. So I did find the bodies at the airport and the box. And asked him if this was his child and big brother. Big brother's big sister's a record. They got two. One of the pictures back. He ran gave him pictures. So I checked me. They gave him pictures. It looks like so I did find some of them here, but I finished taking labels.
The last victim in Sean's killing spree was his former mentor, Michael Dubkowski, a man that Sean accused of him during childhood and believed still had photographs of that abuse. When Dubkowski refused to hand over those photographs, Sean killed him without hesitation. But just as detectives thought they heard everything from Sean, he would make one final shocking statement. There were even more bodies waiting to be found.
And so the other 11, you said started about 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. And you disarmed them from guns, and you said knives.
Nice. Yeah. It's enough. Yeah, that comes in a big axe when you do something big. So I'm gonna get back to it.
Like if you had to take that, how many out of the 11 were shot, how many were stabbed? All that right now. And then how many were stabbed? The rest of them. The rest of them. So 9.
According to Sean, he killed at least 11 additional people, mostly drug dealers tied to Jennifer, and hidden their bodies in remote areas of Malpace National Park. Detectives approached these claims cautiously, knowing Sean was a skilled manipulator who mixed truths but calculated lies. Perhaps this was his last attempt to influence the outcome of his trial later on. But despite extensive searches, no additional bodies were ever discovered, and Sean's claims remained unverified. Detectives also investigated one of the key persons of interest directly implicated by Sean himself, Danny Lemos. He was located in Albuquerque and arrested by U.S. Marshals on March 25th, 2021. Danny agreed to speak with Detective Downey, firmly denying any involvement and expressing shock that Sean was even capable of these horrific crimes. He admitted taking the handgun Sean had hidden at Kelly's house, but claimed he had no idea it was tied to a murder and had quickly sold it afterwards. After exhaustive interviews and reviewing all available evidence, detectives eventually cleared Danny, along with all other potential suspects, ultimately concluding Sean acted entirely alone. In October 2022, Sean pleaded guilty to the first-degree murder of Michael Dubkowski in New Jersey. He was sentenced to 35 years in prison. And in May 2024, he pleaded guilty to killing Jennifer Lannon, Justin Mata, Matthew Miller, and Randall Castellone, receiving 4 consecutive 15 years in prison. As part of his plea agreement, Sean will serve a sentence in New Jersey first, then return to New Mexico to serve an additional 6 years behind bars.
Making sure that every note is heard and clear. Their reliable products allow me to focus solely on worship, never worrying about the person.
That's up to the time I've located the body. It's about 2 yards on the tree.
I just discovered a dead body in the middle of the woods.
Okay.
lifeless man in front of him has been tortured for hours by the twisted man hiding in this very forest.
I'm not sure what it is, but I've got movement east of my location. There's something moving around back this way.
He carries 3 to 4 nights on it. He thinks he's great. You're what? I'm just a little done.
It's December 23rd, 2022, and Officer Azure has just received a 911 call from a distraught man reporting that he's found his best friend's lifeless body in the middle of the Lake Jackson forest. Officer Azure, along with the first responders, quickly arrive at the scene. Here they encounter Jamie, the 911 caller, and his best friend Robert, both of whom urgently want to show the officer where their dead friend is. Considering the serious circumstances, Officer Azure decides to follow Robert into the forest despite Jamie alone.
I want my car. And if I see James, fine. Now I'm walking around the shop, what's that? And he picked the cap up with just sticking in his hand. James is laying there face down, and I got back to do that. Okay. All right. So we're going to need to get a very detailed statement from you, okay? Just because I don't understand who this is. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm trying to be ruled out. You see what I'm saying?
At this point, the officer can't yet confirm Robert's story, but with a dead body reported, he has no choice but to push deeper into the woods. However, alone with a suspicious man he's just met and a killer who could be lurking nearby, the officer knows he must proceed with extreme caution.
You just hang on that right here for me, okay? Let me get up there and say hello. All right. Where's the knife? Okay, just hang out there for me, okay?
Jamie was telling the truth. Wrapped inside the tarp is the body of James Layton Decker. He's lying naked, full of his own blood and covered in cuts and scrapes. Realizing the severity of the situation, Officer Azure immediately instructs Jamie to head back while he investigates further. That's when Officer Azure begins to hear some unsettling noises.
I'm not sure if it's a person. I'm not sure what it is, but I've got movement east of my location. I don't know what it sounds like. It's in this way. Hey, LT.
Fortunately for Officer Azure, backup arrived just in time, providing some relief from whatever might have been lurking in the forest.
There's nothing for y'all to check. He's called for the touch. All right, we got knife right here, body here, chance whole camp stuff right here. We've also got one out there. There's 2 people living in camp. I got a knife right here. Well, there's something right there. But, hey, do you still got those 2 guys to 12 or right?
Yeah, they're staying when I was close.
Good, because one that left me back,
touched the knife, so we need to get his prints and the statement off him. The other one touched the tart. They found out what was going on and they took off. I checked the camp and back here. Yeah, so, and I've got what looks like maybe his clothes right over there. So he's naked, and there's some clothes right there on the fire.
As medical staff arrives and examines the body more closely, they observe a brutal manner of death, blunt force trauma to the head, strangulation, and something even more disturbing, gasoline, found in James's lungs and stomach. Detectives are left with a burning question. Why would a victim have gasoline inside him? However, this would be only one of the many disturbing details officers uncover at the scene.
Hey, what's that? Take a look at this one. What is that? Is that just soot wearing off on that, or? I mean, it looks like it's shiny.
Well, I can see. But he is right next to face down on the car with this horse's definitely here. So I don't know what his face looks like. If he was stabbed in the neck or face, the blood may be hidden by the dark. I'm not seeing any obvious blood. Apparently, the witness picked up the knife. I don't know how that's like there's blood. Yeah, the tar's brown, but there's blood all over the tar. Like blood splatter.
He looks like he was moved across the board. You can tell by the way. He was driving.
Leave that ass
Yeah.
That's crazy.
By now, officers were certain they had a murder on their hands. Injuries to the body, a bloody knife, and the presence of gasoline all point to one thing. This wasn't just killing. A calculated act where the victim had likely been tortured for hours. With this in mind, officers would return to question Jamie, the man who had originally called 911, and what Jamie reveals would soon lead investigators directly to the killer. Before we continue, it's worth noting that tragedies like these take event towards Jamie's home no doubt the tree struck her without warning. They wanted to offer her encouragement of nearly $12 million. You're seriously hurt or injured. For 1,000 attorneys, Morgan & Morgan will fight to give you the best results if you become their client. And unless you win, they do it all for free. Just the past few months, Morgan & Morgan has helped hundreds of people. One car crash victim in Florida won a verdict worth $12 million, and another in Philadelphia worth $26 million. That was 4 times more than their insurance offer. So if you ever got seriously injured, your case could be worth millions. It takes only a few minutes to see if you have a case. Start your claim with Morgan & Morgan by visiting www.morganandmorgan.com/insanity found in the description, or by scanning the QR code on the screen from your phone camera. That said, let's get back to the investigation. Officers were purchasing again with Jamie, one of the eyewitnesses, and they were confronted with their opinions for the key actors.
I see a car laying there beside this tree. It's just never there. I don't know if it's changed or
him that they're gonna go over and talk to him and just stay away.
And James is the one who called. Who called this morning? Rick. Okay.
Rick is
Last
the one
name?
who stays there.
Okay.
No, man, but Rick is the one who stays there. James is a friend of everybody's, but he was staying up there with Dusty.
According to Jamie, a man named Dusty McDonald had a